one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air. Players down. Goal! Score!
And this one is a long boot right at the crossbar and a goal. Off right at the net cord. Comes across. Good out and see it. Hit for. Trying to come back for Eastman with a nice save. Bassett puts it back up clean. Inside the 20. Zorea with a scissor touchdown. Big boot by Taro right into the center. Headed down. Top score. Lady. To the opposite side and a score. That one back forward. Another hit from Thibodeau. Comes off and is.
Carry on with the pass. Deep. And it's caught.
Right as he puts it onto the foot of Berardo. Berardo is set down with that across. There it is. Big boot by Leahy inside the mixer. That would get in it.
Elijah Ocean, he's got separation. He's got space. He's got himself a first down and goal. It's in.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Pacheco to the house. Touchdown. Kickoff return. Brock Pacheco. Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the
And a pleasant good evening and welcome to Levy Ice Arena in Burrillville, Rhode Island for a delayed game between the Burrillville Broncos and the Prout Crusaders. This game was supposed to be played over the weekend. A power failure in the city of Burrillville brought down the lights, and we could not play this game when it was supposed to be, so instead we're playing a little bit of Monday night hockey. Matt Jones alongside Cam Martin and Cam. Burrillville, great start to the season, taking down Mount St. Charles. Now they've got to try to rebound and get another one if they can against a young but good Prout team.
Yeah, definitely a good thing to bring up, Matt. That Mount St. Charles win was a 2-1 win. Very low scoring, but it was good to see that they beat a top-ranked team in Rhode Island.
Burrillville, of course, captained this year by Mitchell Farrell and Cam DeSante, who have been really key throughout the course of the past couple of years. And with a lot of the players gone from Burrillville from last year's team, they've got to really be able to step up a little bit more this year than they were last year.
I mean, even though they are a very young team with it's a very freshman and sophomore driven team, they are very underrated, I have to say.
So we are about to get set and ready to go here from Levy Ice Rink, home of the 24-time state champion Burrillville Broncos, though they have not hung a banner in this rink since 2016. They would certainly like to change that one, and of course, haven't had a New England championship in quite a while, but that's also something that really doesn't exist the way that it used to anymore.
No, not at all. It hasn't happened since what? Mount St. Charles, when they had that 26-year run?
That's right, yeah.
Probably right around then.
Yeah, I think it kind of like ended.
Yeah.
It's sort of like, it's just like, nope, we're done with this whole thing. But Burrillville, of course, state champions back in 2016, they'd certainly love to get back to that pinnacle again, and they've certainly built some very talented teams over the year, and it's always been just one step, but they are in such a hard division when you have teams like Mount St. Charles, Bishop Hendricken, LaSalle, Smithfield inside of that division.
Absolutely, and they're always contending to every year, year in and year out.
Mount St. Charles and Bishop Hendricken were to play a best-of-3 series last year that would have been for the championship. That was canceled due to COVID concerns. They got deemed co-champions. The year before, they canceled the whole entire season, the rest of the season and the championships and the playoffs because of the beginning of COVID, and so they got deemed co-champions then. So we have not actually had a sole Division I champion in Rhode Island since 2019. But there are two teams on the ice tonight who would like to challenge that, kind of like pinnacle statement of the Mount St. Charles Bishop Hendricken duo and state that they're here to play as well.
Yeah, it was tough to hear when they canceled that championship game between the two teams. But hopefully we can change that this year and crown one team as a champion.
Prout had a hard start to their season. They lost a 5-2 game to Smithfield, which we've seen Smithfield come out and even in a scrimmage game against East Greenwich put up a 2-0 victory over East Greenwich. So we know how good that Smithfield team is. We'll see if that was just how good the Smithfield team is, or does Prout actually have something, especially, you talked about saying young team, and you look at it and the players they're really looking to are all freshmen and sophomores outside of the junior Mark Roberts.
Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting for Prout this year. And going back to that Smithfield game, who knows, it might have been like a fluke game or something like that. The team wasn't rolling as well as they wanted to. Puck wasn't moving well, but we'll have to see tonight against Burrillville. See if they can edge out a win.
Yeah, in net tonight for Burrillville will be Bryden Hopkins, wearing number 30, and then in net for Prout will be the sophomore, number 33, Owen Glass. As they finish the announcement of the Burrillville Broncos players, and that will bring us to time for the national anthem. So we'll pause as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. So the particulars are in place. The national anthem has been played. The lineups have been announced, and we are ready to go. We're going to put 15 minutes on the scoreboard and play high school hockey in the Ocean State as we conclude week 2 of the regular season. This would have been on the weekend, so we're kind of like extending into week 3 a little bit. We'll get week 3 underway in earnest on Thursday, a very early morning face-off as well, too. From the West Warwick Civic Center, we'll be with you at about 10 a.m. in the morning. West Warwick, Exeter, West Greenwich taking on Pontiac, part of the Ocean State Credit Union Holiday Classic.
I don't think anyone has ever complained about Monday night hockey.
Nobody's complained about Monday night hockey. I don't know about Thursday 10 a.m. hockey. I'm going to need a really big pot of coffee to set that one in. So we'll put 15 minutes on the clock. We are ready to go. Burrillville Broncos in the whites. To your broadcast left, the Prout Crusaders in the black. To your broadcast right, and we are set and underway in the first period of play.
Let's do that hockey.
Face-off won by the Broncos, sent back down into the zone. Prout trying to pull it out quickly. It's Gizmondi. Sends that one across, can be tapped by Cameron Potter for Burrillville. He'll track that back defensively as they try to move it forward. Gizmondi instead gets lit up in the center of the ice by Ethan Murphy there. Puck goes free for a second, and then it'll be scooped back up by Potter again for the Broncos. Loops out around the backside boards, comes out, flies along the side, and all the way goes down, where Owen Glass will tap that one to the side boards. Trying to carry it out of the zone defensively are the Prout Crusaders. They get that one up for Liam McIntosh. Line changes for both sides to the number 11 of Cole LaPrade in white for Burrillville as he tries to work that one around the backside boards. Pinned in the corner, he gets that one free for a second. Steve Rodriguez will carry that one out of the zone. Rodriguez with a little head of steam leaves that one for his teammate Joe DeCesare. And DeCesare will end up victim of a hand pass situation there.
Yeah. Don't see that too often.
kind of got batted down by a Prout player into DeCesare's glove, and then he just kind of whacked at it too and fell guilty of the hand pass. That one's going to come all the way back for LaPrade on the backside zone. Looped around the boards for Sean Farrell. Farrell will outlet that one all the way for DeCesare. DeCesare and Rodriguez, as he now actually comes to the bench. The line change there. Sent in forward by Ethan Murphy. And Cameron Potter working on that backside line. It will not get held in as it went all the way across for Murphy. Up into the netting. Mitchell Farrell on a deflection, so it will be stopped. And we'll get a face-off down in front of the Burrillville cage with 13:08 to go. Face-off won by the Broncos. They pin it on the backside boards for Potter. Coming across here and trying to push it out of the blue line area was DeSanti. Moved along by Potter to the neutral zone, sent all the way down by the 4 of Ethan Murray. Murray right in front. Murray's shot save made there by Glass. Rebound corralled in by the 23 of Jack Farrell. Will be pushed all the way out and down. Line changes for both sides. That was Daniel Morrison who helped make the defensive clear. Inside for Rodriguez. Rodriguez comes back for the 11 of LaPrade. Cross-ice pass, hard shot there. Coming off the stick of Sean Farrell, and that one hit some traffic and came right back out. 12 minutes to go here in the first period. No score on the board, no penalties, so we play five-a-side hockey. And tonight's first period is brought to you by RR Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools and 60,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to be at the next level, be seen by being a part of the RR Elite Recruits family. Visit www.rreliterecruits.com to sign up for your free trial today and join the nation's #1 recruiting service. Right in front, and that one bounced off of the skate of Sean Farrell in front of his net, but it ends up on the stick of Rodriguez. Carries that one around one-handed, slinging it, and that one gets rubbed out behind the boards into the Zamboni door area. And Prout tries to work that up the sideboards defensively. They do get it clear, so line changes can ensue again, but an outlet pass in a little far into the zone was Ryan Fournette, and it will be offsides. 11 sticks to go. 11-11 in the first period.
Don't see that.
It's like putting picket fences in baseball.
Make a wish.
Prout wins that face-off and gets one inside of their zone offensively. Spinning with it there for a second was Aiden Forcier. Forcier has to try to force that one deep into the corner. It can be scooped out by Cameron Potter. Potter works that one only as far back as the blue line, where it's kept in on the outside by the 18 of Matt Deedy. Carried here by the 13 of Jake Cox. Loose puck there. Goes back for Deedy to scoop it up defensively after it's tapped by Glass. It gets as far as the neutral zone, where it's sent back in by the 24 of Farrell. Delayed offsides, negated as Prout touches the puck. Cross-ice pass there. Kept right in the front area. Back in front, right down, score! A turnover lands on the stick of Cam DeSanti, and it's the 23 of Jack Farrell who bangs it home. It's a goal for the Broncos. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's a costly turnover there, right there, Matt. Came right across the middle. Burrillville stole it, gave it a little feed to the middle. Goalie overcommitted to that right side.
So Farrell puts the Broncos on the board first. And with 10 minutes left to go here in the first period, they lead the game 1-0. And already the Broncos are pushing forward to try to get that second one. That's going to go down for an icing call, and we'll get a face-off that will come up in front of the Prout zone and in front of Owen Glass.
Goal scored by number 23, Jack Farrell. Assisted by number 5, Cam DeSanti.
Face-off down and won by the Broncos. And that one pops way up and comes down actually inside of the glass area, right in front of the penalty box doors. Here's a turnover, and going the opposite way there was Joe Cesare. Cesare gets that one to the corner. Worked back again there for Mitchell Farrell, and then across. Lost a little in the handle, and so Burrillville has to track back. Prout comes up with it. Opportunity right in front. Spinning. Score! Liam McIntosh. It's all tied at 1.
We had a little deja vu right there, Matt. Another turnover right across the middle. And Prout capitalized.
Ball bouncing, or puck in this instance, comes flying off the backside boards. McIntosh gives it a 360 whirl around and put it right between the pads of Bryden Hopkins. And we are level at 1 just about a minute after the goal to Burrillville. That one's going to go up. It hits the glass area, stays in. The clink that you heard on the last puck out of play was actually hitting the bars that come out from the door area around the Zamboni doors that almost look like goalposts, and it clanked right off of the edge of one of those. Flung all the way back in by the 23 of Jack Farrell as they work through a line change for the Broncos. Back for the 12 of Mitchell Farrell. Swings that one forward. Trying to keep it there inside the zone was Murphy. He couldn't. Squibs back to the neutral zone. Can be dumped back in by Potter. Has to be chased by the Crusaders. A little back-forth action in the neutral zone here for a moment, as Burrillville sends that one back. Prout's going to send that all the way down. Icing will be the call, and we'll get a face-off in front of glass with 8:11 to go. Tonight's first period action brought to you by Manny Sports, 1725 Mendon Road in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Now open Wednesday through Saturday. For more information, visit mannysports.com. Manny Sports, your hockey headquarters. The 3 of Steve Rodriguez taking the face-off there, wins that one for the Broncos. Looped back around the backside boards, tried to be moved along by Cesare. Cesare gets that one, sends that one across, trying to release up the sideboards. I think he was looking to go to Sean Farrell, could not get all the way up to him. Now he does get to Farrell. Tapped across there, landed on the stick of Ryan Fournette, and comes back again. So Farrell moves that one forward. Broken twig is laying on the ice right in front of the net area of glass. And it will be carried out by the Prout Crusaders back off of the sideboards carefully. And then they loop that one around. It comes off for the 19 of Jackson Reeves. Right in front to Reeves. Sends that one back down to the corner. They were trying to go to Gismondi, and it loops around instead. Picked up by the Broncos on the stick of Fournette, who will doink it off of the sideboards and then work for a line change. A main piece of the shaft of that broken stick still lying in front of the net of glass. The Broncos continue to work around it here on the stick of Farrell. Farrell right in front, and a turning opportunity there for Jack Farrell. And he could not get a piece of it to go. 1 versus 2, and it will be a dump and chase for the Prout Crusaders there, as the only player forward for them was Caleb Burnett. In front, and a save made by Hopkins will stop play with 6:39 to go. Line changes for both sides. They also dumped the broken stick into the Burrillville bench, and we're set to go with 6:39. Face-off underway. To the blue line, that one is sent back in by Mark Roberts. Gets as far as the backside board. It's going to be looped around by Rodriguez. Rodriguez working along with Farrell. Rodriguez carries this one out with a head of steam. Has to go off on the side of Cesare. Bounces back, and the Burrillville Broncos will have to recollect. Instead, they will line change. Prout will carry that one out on the stick of the 8 of Max Costello. Costello will exit. The 6 of Mark Roberts carries along. In front, and that went through the wickets of Roberts, and so it goes past Glass to the right-hand side. Prout still trying to exit the zone defensively. That one is kept in for a second by Mitchell Farrell. I'm not too sure you can get too many more Farrells on the roster. They have the 12 of Mitchell Farrell, the 23 of Jack Farrell, the 24 of Sean Farrell.
I don't think they have enough, Matt. More the merrier.
This is like Mount St. Charles the other night, having so many players from Rhode Island and then so many players from Massachusetts. We could have put 2 lines together and just had a Massachusetts line and a Rhode Island line and played an entire game. To the 15 of Braden Santuri, and that one went high and wide.
Yeah, one thing we see from Prout right now on the defensive scheme is very early out of the gate, they were very high pressure, and now they seem to like almost back off a little bit and play a little more laid back. I think they need to go back to that high pressure defensive setting and just try and get some missed opportunities and break this uneven score, or even score, excuse me.
Face-off coming around. Oh, uneven in the fact that it's 1-1. It's not even numbers. I'll give you that one. Farrell shoots that one hard. That is the 24 of Sean Farrell. And it comes around for Cole LaPrade. LaPrade sends that one back around for Ethan Murphy. Running into the boards there, DeSanti hits a hard hit. And a save made by Glass as DeSanti licked the 23 of Tyler Simo into the boards. Four and a half left to go here in the first. If you have just tuned in, you have missed a boatload of action as we had 2 goals early on, 1 from each side, and we sit 1-1 in the first period. A goal from Sean Farrell, and then on the opposite side from Liam McIntosh. Swept along there by Fournette. Into the backside corner. It can be looped around for Prout to try to clear it on the stick of Matt Deedy. They go around instead for Forcier. Outlet pass there, hits off of the stick of Gismondi all the way down. They will call icing, and we'll get a stoppage of play with 4:07 to go.
I'd like to apologize for the clock right now. It's a little behind, a little delayed. They might not have.
Yeah, looking at the clock, we're a little ahead of them.
Yeah.
I wonder if they didn't hit the switch on the clock in the score box when we saw the face-off go. We'll sync that one up here as we reach 3:54 left to go here in the first. And we thank you for tuning into tonight's Monday Night Hockey broadcast here on Fans Only Sports Network. A little bit of a special one. This game would have been played over the course of the weekend. Instead, it was delayed due to a power failure that occurred in the city of Burrillville and knocked out the lights to the rink, of course. So we play hockey on Monday night instead, and to what should be the start of week 3 of the high school hockey season, we are concluding week 2, and I retract my statement from last night during the Cumberland-Barrington game that we were the final game of the week to be broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
Wraparound attempt there by the 6 of Mark Roberts, and the door is closed by Hopkins. Comes all the way down in front of the Prout bench. It can be picked up by Cam DeSanti. To the 12 of Mitchell Farrell, wearing the other captaincy, along for DeSanti. Fires that one across. It bounced through for Murphy. Comes back again across the front of the mouth of the goal of glass. And there was no one there to put it home for the Broncos. Broncos opened the scoring. Prout brought that one back. And now we sit 1-1 as the Broncos are pressing hard here, looking for a second before the period would come to a conclusion. 2.5 left to go. For those of you who may be newer to watching high school hockey, there is a short intermission break between the first and second periods of about 2 or 3 minutes, and then they'll have the longer, more of about 15-minute intermission break between the second and third, when they will actually resurface the ice. The one caveat to that is the amount of snow that begins to build up on the ice in between the second period starts to make an interesting situation for the puck and the players. And we'll see that to come in about 5 or so minutes of time.
I didn't play hockey for a long time, but I know when I played, it wasn't fun to skate on that old ice.
You get a lot of snow buildup. You can start to see skate grooves turning in, and the puck starts to either die on a pass or it bounces around a lot. We'll see how that one works out for both of these sides. Jack Farrell right in front of the net there had an opportunity and couldn't turn one fully. That one goes onto the stick of Cameron Potter at the blue line, who tries to snipe one, and Glass sends it up into the netting off of his leg pads. So we'll get a stoppage of play and a face-off to come on the circle area to the left of Glass. Sorry, to the right, actually, to my left, with 1:35 left to go. Face-off here, won by the Crusaders. Center on the backside boards, Gismondi. Gismondi sends that one back again, and it comes all the way out to the blue line, kept into the zone by Sean Farrell. Held once again for the Crusaders, trying to go quick outlet pass there. Got onto the stick of Forcier and too far down. Icing will be the call, and the Prout coaches are going to try to say he deflected it before the red line, therefore it should not be icing.
They definitely did not like that call.
It was right in front of their bench as well, so they had a very good view of it. Maybe perhaps even better than the referees. There's so many times where we say coaches just actually, say things because they want to say things. This time they had a good view of it, and it's also right in front of our broadcast position as well, too. And it looked pretty darn close.
Yeah.
This time they're going to get it as the deflection goes off the stick of Burnett, floats all the way down. But instead, Farrell's right there for the Broncos to be able to pick that up on the backside for LaPrade. LaPrade sends that out front dangerously. Rodriguez has to tap that away. Gets it forward there for Burnett. Taken back over by the Crusaders, sent through, and then rubbed off on the side boards was the 6 of Mark Roberts all the way down as it loops around the boards once more. Burrillville trying to get that one out in front. There was an opportunity for Burnett, and he had nobody home to help out. DeSanti now on the backside boards. Arm goes up, Prout player goes down, and we are going to get a penalty for the first time this evening, and it will be the 5 of Cam DeSanti, who will go to the box for 2 minutes. The call will be for...
Looks like for tripping.
With 24 seconds left remaining in the period, so this is going to have a pretty good amount of carryover time into the second period.
It'll give Prout a little reset button and see what they want to do against Burrillville on this power play.
Puck down. Burrillville wins the faceoff there, sends it all the way down to the backside boards. It will be shepherded by Glass around the backside. Prout will try to work this one out in the last 11 seconds to go of the period. Carried forward by Roberts. Roberts holds for a second, sends one back for Forcier. Tried to fire there, didn't have it. Forcier's run out of space and run out of time as the first period comes to a close. So the Broncos get one on the board. The Crusaders get one on the board. We started the game at 0 as we end the first period at 1. There'll be 1:36 remaining of power play time for the Crusaders to start the second period. They're going to take a quick intermission, so we will as well. You're watching Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
Shot here. Over the head. With Murphy O'Brien taking the hold. That's right up. Somebody scores. Another one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air. Players down. Goal. Goal.
And this one is a long boot right at the crossbar and a goal. Off right at the net cord. Comes across. Going out and speed it. Trying to come back for Eastman with a nice save. Bassett puts it back up through. Inside the 20. Zorrea with a scissor touchdown. Big beat by Taro right into the center. Headed down. Shot. Score. Lady. To the opposite side and a score. That one back forward. Another hit from Thibodeau. Comes off and a
Carry on with the pass. Deep. And it's caught.
as he puts it onto the foot of Berardo. Berardo is set down with back across. There it is. Big boot by Leahy inside the mixer. That would get in it.
Elijah Oceani's got separation. He's got space. He's got himself a first down and goal. He's in.
As we welcome you back for the second period of action here at Levy Ice Rink in Burrillville, Rhode Island, a Monday night special between the Burrillville Broncos and the Prout Crusaders. 1-1 through 136 of power play time carries over for the Prout Crusaders, and they will start this second period. And we apologize for the little bit of technical difficulty there as the camera feed actually just froze for a quick second, but we have you underway and you've not missed anything other than the face-off, which was won by Prout. This one is cycled around the backside boards.
Yeah,
Comes
Prout's
back across. Go ahead.
Prout's coach was talking very keen to their players about prioritizing their defense. A lot of possession on. I don't know. Why is it like free?
So with 13:42 left to go here in the second and just 15 seconds remaining in the men advantage. Prout has that one down on the backside. It's going to get swept around, and that will take off of the power play.
Little turnover right here.
Shot, score! Left open on the drag again, and it's Jack Farrell with a goal.
Yep. Just did it again. I said it just did it again. No. This is something else. This is something else. It's just.
Burrillville goal scored by number 23, Jack Farrell.
What the hell? Why is it just freezing every 2 seconds?
A assisted by number 5, Cam DeSantis. Front of the goal a few minutes ago.
What? Every time you hit a button, it's freezing.
Yeah. That's so weird. Here, press this. No, it didn't.
No. Nobody touch anything right now. Nobody touch anything. I think I know what the problem is. Okay, I think I know what the problem is. We apologize. We worked through a little bit of a technical difficulty situation here, and we are going to get this one back up and running for you as quickly as possible. And we apologize for the camera freezes. And if we lose picture again, we promise we are not losing the broadcast and we are not going to lose sound. We're just going to work through this one as best as we can. There's a face-off down here in the corner for the Prout Crusaders as they work that one back out defensively. I think it's the USB-C thing. It's not linking in correctly. What I want to try to do is I want to try to see if I can switch this over to here. But the problem is I think this is going to get in the way of it going into there because this is a wide thing. So I switch. No. 11:57 left to go here in the second period. A 2-1 scoreline for the Burrillville Broncos on the goal from Farrell. And that one is sent through the middle. Comes all the way back down. And will be shepherded along the backside boards by Glass, trying to work that one out. And back again, and a save made by Glass there for a second, and he lost the handle on it, and it goes around the backside. In front, and another save made, and that one deflects up into the glass and then into the netting and out of play.
One thing is for sure about this Prout team is they need to stop giving the puck away in their defensive zone. Every Burrillville goal has come off a Prout turnover in their defensive zone.
Face-off there, won by the Crusaders as they try to carry that one out of the zone defensively. Instead, it is tapped back in on the stick of the 24 of Sean Farrell. Looped around the backside boards, kept in on the opposite side. That comes off of the... And back in for Prout. High shot there, coming off of the 7 of Costello. Costello works that one along, fires again. That one hit off of the backside boards, comes back out, and then is shepherded around by the Burrillville defense. Outlet pass there. Opportunity for the 18. Well, that may have been the 18. Carry back inside. Save made by the goalkeeper, Bryden Hopkins, and a stoppage of play with 10:17. We apologize for the technical difficulties there at the beginning of the second period. A little bit of a camera signal issue. Looks like we may have had that all sorted out. Oh, the wonders of technology.
Yeah. Problem solved.
And we continue on. 10:05 left to go here in the second period, and tonight's second period is brought to you by our Elite Recruits, with access to 3,000 schools and 60,000 coaches across 38 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of our Elite Recruits. Visit www.rreliterecruits.com for more information. Hard shot there from the 34 of Joe Cesare, went off of the body of glass, popped back out for Rodriguez, who tried to shoot one again, and nothing going there.
Yeah, what a save right there by DeCesare.
All the way back where it can be controlled by Mitchell Farrell behind the Burrillville net, sent all the way down, evades the stick of Jack Farrell. They'll say no icing as Prout was making a line change and had players back. calling for it was a Prout forward in that of the 8 of Max Costello, and then Costello got run into the boards by DeSanti. And then DeSanti gets run down by the 6 of Mark Roberts as the game starts to get a little chippy here late in the second period.
Little reverse hit right there.
For Jack Farrell right in front. Farrell has one of the 2 goals on the evening. The other Farrell, Sean, has the other one, and that one's going to go all the way down. Icing will be the call with 8:45 to go. Face off here, won by the Crusaders. Comes all the way around on the sideboards there for Costello to try to work that one forward. Instead, it squibs back out to the defensive blue line for the Broncos, sent back in by Mitchell Farrell. Gloved down and trying to be controlling in the corner was the 6 of Patrick Murphy. Loops around the back sideboards on the stick of the 19 of Jackson Reeves. Reeves gets that one forward for Forcier, and then it's forced back by the opposite, number 9, Karen Potter, only to the 23 of Tyler Simo. Simo tries to carry that one out. Looping around with it is Forcier, sends that one in, sticked aside by Hopkins. Again, Forcier, ridden by 2 different Broncos defenders, and the puck goes up and into the body of Hopkins, and so too is the net dislodged from its moorings as well. We'll get a face-off to Hopkins right with 7:54 to go. How key is Burrillville getting that second goal right now?
That was a big one right there.
Prout winning the face-off for a second, but then Burrillville's defense picking it off, sends it all the way down on the stick of Rodriguez. Rodriguez sends that one in. Easily saved by Glass and then sticked out by the Prout defense, but it cycles all the way down, and icing will be the call once again. 7:30. And we apologize for the clock differential there, as we started the clock clearly on the last face-off. I don't know if necessarily the arena clock always works that way.
Such a weird night.
We've seen that happen twice now, ironically. Awkward things. But we'll get that one adjusted for you as we come to the point which we have now, and we're back in level with the arena clock. To the 11 of Liam McIntosh, who has the 1 goal for the Prout Crusaders, right out in front, an opportunity there on a turnover. Sitting with it was Cam DeSanti, couldn't get it. McIntosh instead has it. Numbers for a second there for Prout, but Burrillville tracks back very quickly.
Little miscommunication by Prout right there.
DeSanti gets that one forward, dumped into the zone by Jack Farrell, as he will come to the bench for a line change. Broncos will complete line changes after the Crusaders just did. Fresh 5 on the ice for both sides as we continue on. That one is shot high and wide of everyone off of the stick of the 15 of Brandon Santuri. To the 12 in white of Mitchell Farrell, one of the 2 captains, and then an offside is called as Rodriguez had a little bit of trouble handling it. .39 left to go here in the second. Burrillville leading 2-1. Hard shot there from the 34 of Joe DeCesare, and that one went right up the side of Glass. And goes around the backside boards now after it's controlled at the blue line by Sean Farrell. Pinned along the backside boards. Trying to come up with it is Fournette. Fournette sends that one back across the mouth of the goal. Has to be chopped down by Cesare. Comes all the way back out and down the ice, and carefully here running with it was Daniel Morrison for Prout. He is picked off by LaPrade. Back again where it can be kept at the blue line inside by Santuri. LaPrade behind the Broncos net. Fishes that one out for DeCesare. Hits off of the sideboards in front of the Prout bench. Can be picked up again by Didi. That one goes inside. Hit the backside of a Burrillville player. That was the 11 of LaPrade, and then sat down for a second. And an opportunity for Prout right there. On the stick of William Costello, he sent it wide instead. This is Mark Roberts working with it inside. It bounces off of the backside boards right by the Zamboni doors. And then can be kicked around off of the 12 of Mitchell Farrell, sent out front. Opportunity here for Murphy. Murphy, little toe drag there on the backside for the 18 of Patrick Fossen. That would have been a phenomenal goal if he hit it.
The fact that he repositioned himself after a misled pass, I'd say, from 18, just to give it a chance on net.
Kicked up along the side boards. It will work around the back side, and then it can be shepherded for Burrillville to be able to make line changes here. To the 20 in black of Derek Gismondi. Gismondi fires one, save made there by Hopkins as he shepherds that one out to the corner. Again, a large shot that goes behind the boards, hits off of the side and comes back. Trying to work it there is DeSanti on the back side. Fired in, sat right there. Opportunity again, trying to get through this slot right on the edge, and a stoppage of play as the net's going to come off of its mooring. Jack Farrell looking for a goal.
One thing Burrillville is excelling at right now is crashing that net. And those second chance rebounds is what's giving them a good opportunity on net.
Tonight's second period is brought to you by Manny's Sports, 1725 Menden Road in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Now open Wednesday through Saturday. For more information, visit mannysports.com. Manny's Sports, your hockey headquarters. Burrillville will come out of the zone with this one, 2-on-2. Firing there is the 9 of Potter as he had the 5 trailing him. Or sorry, the 3 of Rodriguez. For net, along with DeCesare. As they track this one back is Prout trying to get it into the zone offensively off of the stick of Fonseca. Fonseca works that one as far as he could. Burrillville trying to chase it all the way back. And DeCesare got tied up. Line changes for both sides completed now. So fresh five on the ice, and it pops right out in front there. And Hopkins had to quickly grab one.
Good little quick save by Hopkins right there. Little squirted out front, and he was able to corral it in.
2:59 left to go here in the second. As both sides work for the long intermission, and Hopkins quickly on the faceoff has to glove one down into the pads. So they'll do it again from the same spot 4 seconds later. That one will horseshoe around the backside boards. Costello tries to work that for Prout. To the corner. It can be kept in by the 23 of Simo. Simo tried to keep it again, and instead this time Ethan Murphy's able to poke it forward for DeSanti. Shot, score! Cam DeSanti, it's 3-1 Broncos.
Prout again with another turnover. And the captain of Burrillville trying to made it count right there.
.227 left to go in the second. Burrillville has pulled out a 2-goal lead now at 3-1. And this will be a statement game if Burrillville can come out of this one with a win after what they did against Mount St. Charles to open the season. To start off the way that they would be.
Burrillville goal scored by number 5.
Their only loss is their second game of the season, but it was a 5-4 loss in overtime to East Greenwich. East Greenwich lost 2-0 to Smithfield over the weekend. That was a scrimmage game, though, so it doesn't count to the regular season, but it speaks to something, as many people thought that East Greenwich was one of the better teams in the state. Right in front there, save made by Hopkins, as the attempt came from the 16 of Campanseca.
Like how I said in the pregame, it's a very young team, but they're very underrated.
And they are certainly showing it so far. A win against Mount St. Charles, a 5-4 overtime loss against East Greenwich, and now leading 3-1 over the Prout Crusaders with 1.5 minutes left to go here in the second period. This one's going to come all the way down. It's going to be wide of the cage, so it will be an icing and a stoppage of play.
Yeah.
.121 as we face off down to the left of Hopkins. Burrillville working to try to clear that one outside of the zone. Costello has other ideas for Prout. Sends that one right back in front. Hits a boot right in front on the stick of McIntosh, who has the lone goal for the Crusaders. And then the Burrillville defense would like to speak otherwise and sends that one all the way down. Inside of the final minute to go here of the second period. And we will take the elongated break as they'll resurface the ice after this period. And you can see the amount of snow that is built up on the ice and how it's affecting the puck as it bounces around and then also just kind of slides and dies sometimes as well, too.
No hockey player likes a spinning puck.
No, unless maybe you're Jack Edwards. He seems to love tumbling muffins. Right in front of the Burrillville bench. That one will get kicked along by Frenette. On the opposite side, it will be picked up by the 23 of Tyler Simo in the final 10 seconds to go of the period. 1 goal for Burrillville in the first, 2 in the second, just the 1 from Prout in the first, and we're going to finish 2 periods of play with the Burrillville Broncos leading the Prout Crusaders 3-1. You're watching Rhode Island High School hockey on Fans Only Sports Network.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boys back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Just right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Pacheco to the house. Wow. Off return, Rod Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone. He's tipped and that's first down. Did he get it? He got shot here. Over the head. With Murphy O'Brien taking the hold. Down's right up. Somebody scores. Another one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air. Players down. Goal. Goal. And this
this one is a long boot right at the crossbar and a goal. Off right at the net cord. Oh gosh, Lewandowski saved it. Gotta go back for Eastman with a nice save. Bassett puts it back up three. Inside the 20. Zorea with a scissor touchdown. Big boot by Taro right into the center. Headed down, top score. Right. To the opposite side and a score. That one back forward. Another hit from Thibodeau. Comes off and
Carry on with the pass. Deep. And it's caught.
as he puts it onto the foot of Berardo. Berardo is set down with the cross. There it is. Big boot by Leahy inside the mixer. That would get in it.
Elijah Ocean, he's got separation. He's got space. He's got himself a first down and goal. He's in.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Just right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is White. The Falcons know. Another shot on goal. Pacheco to the house. Wow. Off return. Rod Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone. It's tipped and
That's Gerson. Did he get it? He did.
shot here. Over the head.
With Murphy O'Brien taking the hand. That's right up. Somebody scores.
Another one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air. Players down. Goal. Goal.
And this one is a long boot right at the crossbar and a goal. Off right at the net cord. Oh gosh, Lewandowski saved it. Gotta go back for Eastman with a nice save. Bassett puts it back up three. Inside the 20. Zorea with a scissor touchdown. Big boot by Taro right into the center. Headed down, top score. Right. To the opposite side and a score. That one back forward. Another hit from Thibodeau. Comes off and
Carry on with the pass. Deep. And it's caught.
as he puts it onto the foot of Berardo. Berardo is set down with the cross. There it is. Big boot by Leahy inside the mixer. That would get in it.
Elijah Ocean, he's got separation. He's got space. He's got himself a first down and goal. He's in.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. Just right on the post side. Oh, they've got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is white. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal.
Pacheco to the house. Wow. Kickoff return, Rod Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone. It's tipped and
That's first down. Did he get it? He did.
Shot here. Over the head.
With Murphy O'Brien taking the hold. Down's right up. Somebody scores.
Another one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air. Players down. Goal. Goal.
And this one is a long boot right at the crossbar and a goal. Off right at the net cord. So the gosh, going out and see that hit the... Gotta go back for Eastman with a nice save. Bassett puts it back up through. Inside the 20. Zorea with a scissor touchdown. Big boot by Taro right into the center. Headed down. Top score. Lady. To the opposite side and a score. That one back forward. Another hit from Thibodeau. Comes off and is
Carry on with the pass. Deep. And it's caught.
as he puts it onto the foot of Berardo. Berardo is second with the cross. There it is. Big boot by Leahy inside the mixer. That would get in it.
Elijah Ocean, he's got separation. He's got space. He's got himself a first down and goal. He's in.
Cut back the other way to the 5. Did he get in? Lynch sets back. Powers through. First down and then some. He's going to go all the way down 20. 10 to the races. Touchdown. And boards back out in front. A shot and a score. Into the zone. They're right on the opposing side. Oh, they got it. The way the opportunity comes back in center of the ice. Open goal and a score.
You know, if they can get the ball into that, when King goes around the horn herself.
There's going to be a shot. Coming out is white. The Falcons nail it. Another shot on goal. Pacheco to the house. Wow. Kickoff return. Rod Pacheco.
Baker with nobody to cover him. He's got a man in the end zone. It's tipped and
That's first down. Did he get it? He did.
Shot here. Over the head.
With Murphy O'Brien taking the hold. Down's right up. Somebody scores.
Another one comes in off the crossbar, straight up in the air. Players down. Goal. Goal.
And this one is a long boot right at the crossbar and a goal. Off right at the net cord. So the gosh, goes out and see that hit the... Gotta go back for Eastman with a nice save. Bassett puts it back up through. Inside the 20. Zorea with a scissor touchdown. Big boot by Taro right into the center. Headed down. Top score. Lady. To the opposite side and a score. That one back forward. Another hit from Thibodeau. Comes off and is...
Carry on with the pass. Deep. And it's caught.
As he puts it onto the foot of Berardo. Berardo is second with the cross. There it is. Big boot by Leahy inside the mixer. That would get in it.
Elijah Ocean, he's got separation. He's got space. He's got himself a first down and goal. He's in.
As we welcome you back and we get ready for third period action here from Levy Ice Rink in Burrillville, Rhode Island. It is the Burrillville Broncos leading the Prout Crusaders 3-1 on a special Monday night edition as we close off week 2 of the Rhode Island High School hockey season match alongside Cam Martin. And Cam, Burrillville actually looks good.
Yeah, some of my takeaways for this game is that Burrillville is keeping that puck deep into their zone, unlike Prout. Prout is having trouble to keeping it in their zone, and they're carrying the puck a little bit too much. It looks like they need to switch to a dump and change strategy like we see here.
They do dump down. That one is shepherded around the backside of the boards by Brendan Hopkins, and net comes out for the blue line. They're fired in by Roberts and comes the other way on the stick of Cam DeSanti. DeSanti has one of the 3 goals for the Broncos. The other 2 coming from the Farrells, Jack Farrell and Sean Farrell. Not to be left out, though, there's the captain, number 12, Mitchell Farrell. Shot there, and a save made by Glass on the opposite side as DeSanti was looking for his second. Tonight's third period is brought to you by RREliteRecruits.com with access to 3,000 schools and 60,000 coaches across 30 NCAA sports. For athletes looking to play at the next level, be seen by being a part of RR Elite Recruits. Visit www.rreliterecruits.com to sign up for a 7-day free trial today. That one hit the edge of the glass and stayed just below the netting area, so we continue on as Prout tries to work that one through the backside of their zone offensively on the 20 of Derek Gismondi. Outletted for the Broncos to Cesare. And that one comes all the way around the backside boards. Prout trying to clear defensively, cannot, kept inside instead by the 3 of Steve Rodriguez. Rodriguez cycles that one back around for Fournette. Back up for LaPrade at the red line and then swipes that in as the Broncos go for a line change with 13:15 left to go here in the regulation. Broncos holding a 2-goal lead, largest lead of the game by either side, right in front, and that one popped up on the body of Owen Glass and comes back out. Costello dropped that one, caught in traffic. There was the 9 of Aiden Forcier by the 9 in white of Cameron Potter. No penalties called, and we continue on. DeSanti will get that one and loop around his boards. Comes off in front of the bench for the 23 of Jack Farrell, who swipes at it as he goes for a line change. Once again down the opposite side, Forcier tries to work that one, sends it back for Santuri. Santuri fired one, and it pops up into the breadbasket of Hopkins. Mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast the bevy of championship banners that hang on the back wall of this Levy Ice Rink. 24 times state champion Burrillville Broncos, though they have not hung a banner in this rink since the 2016 season, as that one gets fired on and a save made by Glass. Was driving down the ice with it hard there was the 20 of Ryan Stone. And they would certainly like to try to get back to that pinnacle. Haven't been there since 2016.
Who doesn't like championships?
Around the backside boards for the Broncos to try to work offensively. If they can keep it in the zone, they do on the 12 of Mitchell Farrell. Bouncing off the corner again for Fournette. Back to the top there for Potter. Sends that one in. It hits a Prout defender. Will be carried out of the zone, but then taken off by Rodriguez. Or sorry, my apologies. That's the 34 of DeCesare. And sent all the way down. They will go for a line change again. Opportunity there for the Crusaders that they saw on the opposite side of the ice, and we've heard those stick taps coming from the forwards numerous times this evening and haven't seen that cross-ice pass from the Crusaders, something I have a feeling the coaches will work to in the coming practices before their next game.
Yeah, Prout's captain was on an island out there.
Hard shot to the upper left corner by the 23 of Jack Farrell. Hits the glass, goes wide, comes all the way down, delayed off sides, negated as Prout touches the puck. Back out in front again. Farrell again. Hard shot there. Pad save made by Glass. Farrell a third time. And that one went right inside and came out on the outside of the pads of Owen Glass. Very close to a 5-hole goal there for Farrell. Taken at center ice by Mark Roberts, dumped in as Prout will change lines and change formation again. They have to be careful here as DeCesare works back very quickly. DeCesare rifles one. Glass makes the save, and it sat up in front of the net. But luckily, the only person there was a Prout defender. Burrillville pressing hard, putting 3 all the way down in the zone, and forcing Prout to really have to outlet hard. Right in front there, and an opportunity once again from the 20 of Jarek Gismondi. Farrell works to the corner, cycles that one around for Potter. Outlet pass there, bouncing off of the side boards for DeCesare. As he works down in the corner, scooped up by the Prout defense, minor line change for Burrillville. Off of the side boards by the penalty box area is Sean Farrell. Farrell gloves that one down, can send it forward. The layoff there from the Broncos as they were unsure whether or not a hand pass might be called after Farrell gloved that one down. 9 and change left to go here in the third. Right in front, opportunity on the backside corner, and that one could not be put home by Patrick Pawson. Again for Glass, and he popped that one up, and sitting right there was Patrick Murphy this time. Patrick and Patrick.
Cross-ice feed right there, Matt. He just missed it barely.
To the 5 of Cam DeSanti. Along the side boards, he works with Ethan Murphy. You look at this roster, and I made the remark about the Farrells. 3 Farrells and 2 Murphys.
Huh. Add another one to the tree, right?
That is quite a collection of last names being the same, and that is tonight's edition of what we call Broadcasters Chaos. To the 23 of Jack Farrell, as he sends that one hard around, and it loops around the backside boards on the deflection. Comes all the way back down. Prout only had 1 forward free, and so it rolls its way into the backside boards. Can be kicked out for a second by LaPrade. It will get to Farrell as he will work that one at the blue line, hides it, and then flicks it up into the ceiling and right down onto the face-off dot where we will get said face-off with 7:53 left to go. Face-off won by the Broncos for LaPrade to hold. LaPrade will send that one up the side boards. Cesare gets as far as the opposite side blue line. Roberts works that one to the opposite side, carrying across. He has the 9 of 8 in Forcier to work with. Instead, it goes down into the corner. Popping back around, Forcier hacks at it. So too does a Burrillville player down on the edge. That's LaPrade. LaPrade gets dumped down to the ice by the 7 of Costello. No call by the referees, and we continue on play with 7:20 left to go here.
Now's the time for Prout to score if they want to come back and win this game.
Again calling for it was Mark Roberts as he had open space. No pass sent to him. It will get dumped down again. LaPrade will work it around the backside. Rodriguez out for DeCesare, who works with Frenette. DeCesare goes right through the middle there. Frenette couldn't pick off a player, and so instead it floats its way back to the mid. Burrillville makes line changes, so they have fresh players back. Cycling will be Potter. Potter will send that across ice to Farrell. Going up to center ice as they were looking for Frenette. Instead, it will get shepherded all the way back down. Prout will try to complete its line change, and they do so. With 6.5 remaining in regulation, we thank you for tuning into tonight's broadcast here on Fans Only Sports Network. trying to sweep it along the sideboards. There was Fournette. Now he cycles back with it once again. Fournette kicks around. Delayed offsides called. Will be negated. Burrillville will bring that one back into the zone. On the stick of DeSanti. Back for Murphy. And across. And now a penalty is going to get called for slashing. As the stick of, I believe that was Ethan Murphy, went flying. It's going to send the 19 in black of Jackson Reeves to the box for 2 minutes. And with 5:56 left to go, and Burrillville leading by 2 goals, they're going to get a power play that may help bring this one close to the finish line.
Not ideal for Prout to commit a penalty right here if they want to get back in this game.
Burrillville winning the faceoff there, pinning it into the zone, kept in by Farrell. Hard shot there, save made by Glass.
Prout penalty, number 19, Jackson Reeves. 2 minutes, slashing.
And a faceoff to come up to Glass's right.
Time of the penalty, 9:03.
Can be won by the Broncos. Hard shot there. Blocked away as Rodriguez was trying to go one in. Rodriguez almost came up with the puck after all of that. Instead, it's carried out, taken off of the play. Jack Farrell has that one now for DeCesare. DeCesare cycles back. We'll leave that one for Mitchell Farrell. Across to Jack Farrell as Farrell works up the sideboards, keeps a hold on it despite getting bumped. Comes right back in the center for Rodriguez. To the back corner, Farrell will settle and cycle. Mitchell Farrell fires one, save made by Glass. 1:09 left to go in the man advantage. And Prout starting to run out of time and run out of chances, as it feels like this Burrillville side has been able to push the envelope and so too push the Prout defense. Little mishandle there from LaPrade. We'll send that one back, but I think Burrillville not too wary about that situation.
I don't think so.
Potter shuffled that one down the sideboards. Comes back up with an opportunity. There's shot, score! Power play goal, Cole LaPrade.
What a screen out front by Murphy right there. Blocked Glass's vision. Was able to get that goal. Easy peasy.
2 regular strength goals, 2 power play goals. Burrillville has a 4-1 lead with 4.5 left to play.
Looks like that was his first high school goal right there.
Oh no, Cole LaPrade's been around for a moment. A junior on this team, but as a defenseman, he doesn't score too many. And so that one may have been I don't think it's a first. I believe LaPrade scored before, but that one may have possibly been a 10th or something.
It might have been.
It was something that meant obviously to him.
Yeah, it meant it was valuable to him.
So Cole LaPrade gets a goal.
As
and
we
it's 4-1 with 4 minutes left to go. And here's an opportunity again for the Broncos as they had Ethan Murphy rolling there with the 5 of DeSanti. Right in front again for Murphy on the pass from DeSanti, and he couldn't pull a hold on it. .353 left to go. Box is empty after the power play goal, and it's set on the post there, and an opportunity for Rodriguez. Or my apologies, that's actually the 6 of Patrick Murphy. To Fournette. Fournette sends one in. That one's kicked away by Glass. held into the zone by Sean Farrell.
Horrible goal scored by number 11, Cole LeBron.
All the way down, and icing will be negated on the play, and they'll continue on.
And number 10, Ryan Burnett.
3 left to go
Time of the goal,
here in regulation.
3.
If it was 2-1 or even 3-1, I might say we'd be looking to our right and see when the Prout Crusaders might pull Owen Glass. With it 4-1 now, I doubt that they will try to go for that one.
Yeah.
So we are going to probably see Glass in net for the remaining 2. But there's a shot, score! Never mind! Patrick Murphy! It's 5-1 Broncos, and this game is over.
I think that just sealed the deal for the Broncos right there.
Five 1, 2 and change left to go. In the third period, and this game has just had all sorts of
Everything.
surprises to it. And the Broncos are not letting their foot off of the gas pedal either.
Treating it like it's 0-0.
They are still charging hard. There's a shot from Mitchell Farrell. Cycling around the backside. And then getting bumped as Farrell by a Prout defender that looked to be the 3 possibly of Nick Gamba. Actually, my apologies, it was the 7 of William Costello. Dumped back into the zone by Potter, and the final minute 45 to go. We'll cycle all the way down, and an icing will get called, and we'll get a stoppage of play with 1:41. As mentioned, our next broadcast Thursday morning, 10:10 a.m. Eastern Time from the West Warwick Civic Center, West Warwick, Exeter, West Greenwich against Ponagansett. Part of a day of 4 games of hockey here on Thursday. Tune in to Fans Only Sports Network for all the action around the Ocean State throughout the 21-22 Rhode Island High School hockey season. And for more information, visit www.fansonlysports, that's fansonlysportz.com, and click the high school hockey logo on the right-hand side of the page, and or visit us at fansonlysports.ticketspice.com/hshockey to purchase your live streaming all-access view passes. 1:08 left to go, losing an edge there coming off of into the bench area was the 18 of Patrick Pawson. The 11 of Liam McIntosh, the lone goal for the Prout Crusaders, as he tries to cycle that one through. On the stick of Jack Farrell, in the final 45 seconds to go, it will go down into the corner. Prout will carry this one out, trying to look for one more. Instead, they just dump down and go for a line change themselves, putting the 16 of Cameron Fonseca out there to try to make a run. Burrillville still charging hard in the final 30 seconds, holding that one into the zone, is the 5 of Cam DeSanti, who has one of the 5 goals on the evening. DeSanti takes that one back at the opposite blue line. They will dump this down. Glass will make the save, and we'll get a stoppage of play with 14 seconds.
One thing Prout has been struggling with all throughout this game, from what I've been noticing, is their passing miscues. It's been leading to their goals that they've led up against Burrillville tonight.
Face-off underway there, won by the Crusaders, taken back by Fournette and the Broncos in the final 10 seconds to go. The Broncos players on the bench below our broadcast position starting to tap their sticks. It will go down, the horn will sound, and that will do it. The Broncos have rolled off a phenomenal victory on home ice, a 5-1 win over the Prout Crusaders.
Yeah, what a great win by Burrillville. Keeping that mojo going with that win against Mount St. Charles earlier.
Yeah, now you really have to start to think this is a team that has beat Mount St. Charles, that only lost by 1 goal in overtime to Smithfield, that beats Prout decisively 5-1 at home. We might be looking at a very good Burrillville team this year.
Yep, this game definitely put some respect on Burrillville for this year.
Well, that'll do it for us here from Levy Ice Rink in Burrillville, Rhode Island. We thank you for tuning into this production of Rhode Island High School Hockey on Fans Only Sports Network. For Caroline Niehoff, Cam Martin, I'm Matt Gillis. Thank you so much. We'll see you Thursday morning from the West Warwick Civic Center, bright and early at 10 a.m. for West Warwick, Exeter, West Greenwich versus Pontiac. Until then, stay safe and good night.